Black lives matter.
Say her name. Sandra Bland, Breonna Taylor, Shantae Davis, Fannie Lou Hamer, say his name. Amadou Diallo, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Emmett Till.
Say their names, say their names, say their names. Black lives always mattered. Why is it such an unreasonable expectation for Black people to live their lives in the pursuit of happiness without fear of being assaulted for being who we are? For being. For living. I quote from James Baldwin. Rage can't be hidden. It can only be dissembled. This dissembling deludes the thoughtless and strengthens rage and adds to rage contempt. That statement is one of the testaments as to why we protest in anger at the atrocities of what happens to us under this system that we were brought into this country, and how we were treated for 400 years of slavery. And from that time, we organize our movements out of rage and contempt. We riot and rebel out of rage and contempt. The white capitalist system in which the country was founded on has perpetually accelerated the underlying problem of their own denial of the very Constitution that the slave master, founding fathers, created under the guise of liberty and justice for all. At the time they were creating the document, the very slaves they owned were not being considered. Black people were not being considered. Therefore, their feelings were not considered. So begins rage and contempt for Black people in America. The white people wanted us to be segregated, to live with ourselves, to educate ourselves, to be amongst ourselves. And yet, when that was done, and it was proven that we could possibly sustain ourselves, they realized that they couldn't live without Black people. So began the process of rage to contempt. We want to live. We want our own lives. Just like white people do. Which brings me to another quote from the eloquently brilliant literary artist James Baldwin. If you're treated a certain way, you become a certain kind of person. If certain things are described to you as being real, they're real for you, whether they're real or not. So when black people become outraged and protest and take down fake heroes of your history, it's a result of our story of being here in these disunited states. Black lives have always mattered.